These Nazis have made a business out of homelessness here. The man who runs the mission makes 6 figures. He runs a mission for the homeless, makes 6 figures, and kicks you out if you wear your hat in church. That's what's going on in Pasco. Pasco is seeking to rearrest me. Pasco thinks that free speech is a threat, and that because they believe it's disorderly, and I've shown them where it's not, so they can't have me arrested for disorderly conduct, even though they have and the charges were dropped. Now they're going to just say it's a threat. Now we're going to ignore all bounds of justice and just say it's a threat. We're going to cut and paste, like diarrhea of their brain. Remove basic grounds of justice. Where is justice? Where is the judiciary in Pasco in Franklin County when a man is dying in prison and he's telling them so? When a man is so sick that he's screaming to the judge, I haven't even been provided water in 3 days. Ask the guard. Oh, you mean like you don't think I've asked? You're either the judge is so stupid. Hey, twin mommy. Either the judge is so stupid that after 3 days of me being in jail and saying I'm not being provided water, ask the guard for water. Ask the guard for a cup. Oh, you mean the same guard who's been denying me access to proper water or food? Oh, just go ask them. Where is their decency? Where is the justice? Where's my justice and the decency of my life when my life is being killed? Kim J, AK to Mommy, thank you guys for being here. Where is the canon of ethics that the judge swears to uphold? The grounds and the bounds, the pillars that this justice system stands upon. Where is it? Jason K, what's up? Like, where is the pillars of justice when a man is dying and over 10 days in custody, he's screaming it, and the judge is more willing to rip him out, to grab him out, get him out of court. They hate the homeless here in Pasco. They hate the disabled. They have a contempt for them. They want to run it through like a business and herd them in like sheep. There's many books written about this. Many books. It's just sick to see it happening in Pasco. So Pasco wants to rearrest me because apparently I may have violated or maybe violated no-con, but I didn't even get details of it. I asked for paperwork. No, you don't get that. Get out of my courtroom. You don't get. You're sick. They're feeding you food you're allergic to for 10 days. Get out of my courtroom. We don't have time for that. Quiet in the courtroom. Quiet in the courtroom. Anybody can pull the audio. Look it up. The judge is more worried about moving on to the next case than even listening to the basic detriment to my life. How many other people have died in Pasco, Washington? How many other people have died in Franklin County? That's what Justin Pullman, someone get a hold of him and have him pull up how many people have died in custody in Franklin County Corrections in the last year. Because I hear it's a lot of people. I hear a lot of people come in and they get held in holding cell 1 through 7 and there's no water in there and they turn it off on you. Now, it's happened to me twice now. So I can tell you for a fact it happens. It's a fucking disgrace. That's what it is. It's a sick disgrace that they're more worried about silencing my free speech walking up on down on the sidewalks. They've been calling me. Look on my channel. There's a video where they call me their famous protester all the way back on March 31st. That's what? September, August, July, June. For 4 months, 5 months ago, I was famous protester. So they know who I am. They've arrested me. Charges have had to be dropped because they don't have any grounds for arrest. And now they're just pissed off and angry, and now they want to come at me and say, oh, it's felony threats to kill. If you take this sentence from this email, this sentence from when he said this to this cop, and you cut the rest out, it's so scary. Well, anything without context is scary. Anything without context can be illegal. And that's what the district attorney here in town wants to do. You guys, it's all public information. The prosecuting attorney, you can look it up. My birthday, 8/19/1982, Victor Scott, Franklin County, Washington. And it feels like Texas. They turned this into a business. They turned this into a sick, sick city. The city of Pasco, they were running for the Greatest City in America award. But when we go out and feed the homeless, the police harass us. You can't feed the homeless. You just encourage the problem. Peachy Rider, thank you. So, Brent is in jail right now currently. Brent is he's a disabled veteran, and he's tougher than most people. He's got this idea. He says, sorry, I'm trying to get something. This is Brent. That's Brent's picture right there. That's Brent. Anybody wants to know about him? That's him. He doesn't care. He wants you guys all to know who he is. Brent's in jail for the same thing. You can look his charges up too. It's public information. Remember now, the probable cause statement can be cut and pasted. Hey, Peachy Rider, thank you for being in the room. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the love from Georgia. Everything can be cut and pasted. I have a post, and for 10 minutes I'm imploring the humanity on the streets of Pasco. I'm imploring that they just do unto others as they would have them do unto them. Tampa Cop Watch, what's up? Do unto others as they would do to each other, Treat that homeless guy like you be treated. Maybe he's your brother someday. Maybe he will be your brother. But instead in Pasco, they like to push up on the homeless. They like to push up on the disabled. They like to grab a hold of people. While I was in jail, I was in holding with a guy who woke up. He's a diabetic, and he woke up in jail in cuffs, like in the cruiser on the way to jail. He's like, "What? What's going on here?" Like, "Oh, you were passed out drunk in the park." I don't drink, sir. I'm trying to get to Seattle, Washington, and I just stopped by the Greyhound station, which is real close to the police station. Ta-da! I fell asleep in the park. I had a low blood sugar. Instead, now he's locked up in jail for 3 days, trespassing, drunk in public, no blood work to show he's drunk. Oh, that's because when they took him to the hospital, his blood sugar was low, and they had to give him food to raise his blood sugar. And then they sent him to jail for being drunk. But his blood has no alcohol in it. But he's like, "Man, I'm trying to get to Seattle to see my brother. I'm just going to plead this one out, take the time served, the 3 days, and I'm going to go up to Seattle." That's what they do in Pasco. That's Pasco. And don't pay attention to it. The judiciary doesn't have time for a man who's dying and being fed food I'm allergic to. I'm literally dying in there. And they don't got time to hear about it. Jenny Jones. They don't got time for that. The judiciary is above that. "This is my courtroom, and in my courtroom we won't address your life. We're here to take it away. There's an accusation that you said something somebody didn't like, so your life doesn't fucking matter anymore." Yeah, that's right. Doesn't matter here in Franklin County. Superior Court of Washington, them fucking judges are about as dirty as they can be, I think. At least two of them. Two of them don't even care about basic human life. Two of them don't even care about anything. How many other people have died? This is what I want to know and get this request out there. Franklin County, Pasco, Washington. How many people have died in Franklin County Correctional Community Custody? Concentration custody. That's what it is. Franklin County, Washington. That's where Brent's locked up at. Eric has done a stream on it back when he was locked up in June. So they dropped the charges in June after he served 30 days. 30 days he served in jail. They dropped the charges. Then they bring the charges back under a lower standard, and they rearrest him. And then they got to drop those charges, so then they bring other stuff up and rearrest him. And now he's serving time in jail. But Brent's a salty veteran. Take it to the box, bitch. Take it to the box, bitch. That's what he says. He's in court. And the judge is like, how do you plead? And he says, I plead, take it to the box. You got 60 fucking days. I'm in cuffs. Let's go. Take your proof. Put it in front of the jury. Let's go. I want my jury trial. Give it to me. And they're like, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. We need a 1077. In Washington, that's a mental evaluation. Who would ever speak to the judge that way? Nobody would speak to the judge that. Yeah, somebody who knows what they did was right. Somebody who knows they served their country and all they did was stand on the street and walk up on a public sidewalk and say bad cops are poop. And people who protect them are also poop. Willing to take it to the box. But now they want to rearrest me, guys, and put me back in jail. The jail they couldn't even house me and feed me properly in. I was in medical almost every single day. I seen the nurse from the medical in the jail out at the store, and she seen me, and she about flopped on her ass because it was the weekend when I got dismissed, and she seen me, and she was like, oh no, and I'm like, nope, see, I've been to the hospital, and I'm going back to the hospital. And she's like, oh, you're out of jail? And I'm like, yeah, you know how I was in medical all week? Yeah. Well, it got worse and worse and worse. And if it hadn't been for Brent Brandt, Joshua Simmons, and another guy, Joshua, who was my trustee of my D block that I was in, had they not literally they stood their ground to get maced and tased by cops and said, get this man help, me, while I'm laying on the cell, vomiting and puking, falling off the toilet, hit the ground, passing out, and the cops are like, he's fine, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, he's good. My cellmates have more humanity than those guards do. And then you read why, and you wonder why. How many other people die in custody there? It took them 8 days to get my food right. And then the last 2 days, I believe I was food poisoned because I got very sick. Very badly. Like I've never been sick in my life. They Epsteined me. They did Epstein me. Oh man, fuck! It's the truth though. And how many other people? That's why we need the records from this place, man. I can't get city records if I send in a city records request, I'm harassing them and I'm violating a no contact order, I believe, or I don't know. I think they won't provide me the paperwork. They won't give me copies. It's fucking outrageous. I don't even know. They're watching right now. I guarantee one of them is in here. And there'll be comments about what I said here. They'll have one or two sentences that I have said something improperly. I'm imploring that we treat people with humanity. The mission is locked up at 5 o'clock. If you're not in the doors by 5 o'clock when citizens are off work and ready to go shopping downtown, then you can't come to the mission. Get out of here. We don't want you in our house. We don't want you in our town. Jesus said 5 o'clock. That's what he told the leopard. He also told the woman who just needed to touch his robe. He said, "Hey, nah, my robe is closed after 5. Don't touch that shit. Hey, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. This is Franklin County, Washington." It's jailers are the worst criminals. Yeah, because there's no. Oh, you're in jail for a reason. And the judiciary doesn't have time for your life. That's where the problem starts. In Franklin County, the judges here, they got bloodstains on their hands, and I guarantee it. If somebody just look up the rank, Franklin County Correctional Jail, the jail in Franklin County, it's based in Pasco, Washington. Look up the death rates. File a freedom of information request, expanded discovery, and ask them how many people have died in your custody in the last 2 years. How many people have been brought into your custody and not made it out alive? I'll bet you it's a fucking lot more than any people realize. Oh my goodness. I don't want to stay out here too long. I'm sure they're watching and they're going to be coming up and trying to circle me in. They want to take me back to jail before I can work on my case, before I can stand up and explain what free speech is, and they want to get their grubby fingers on me. I'll tell you, I can't even talk about this shit around my wife. At this point, she's afraid that they're coming after her. They park her in when she goes places. They park right behind her vehicle. And when she asks them politely to leave, they don't. What kind of civility is that? Where's the civility in that? Oh, but she's related to that guy. So she doesn't get civility in Pasco. That's what's under question. And that's why they want to arrest me. Because if that is made public, if the truth about that is made public, they will be defaced and they won't even win election. That's right. The prosecuting attorney won't win election next time if he was shown to be who he really is. To be the Gadianton that he really is. Ask James Freeman about the Gadians. Ask him. He'll understand. That's exactly who my fucking prosecuting attorney is. They are working to make crime. They're turning free speech into crime to shut us up, to keep us quiet while they do their dirty deeds. This whole don't fear reprisal, this whole, oh, you have the right to redress your government. You can protest, you can gather in the public, you can speak about your religion. Oh, don't speak about your religion in Pasco. Whew, that pisses me off even more. Because that prosecuting attorney is a very religious man, let me tell you that. And you can't speak about religion. You can't speak that God's coming again. God's coming, guys. I believe it. I don't know how or when or what. I don't know what it is. Shit, the sun could blow up and we could all be dead, and that's how it could work. I don't know. I don't claim to know that shit. But if I'm going to talk about it on the streets and that's a threat, when I was in jail, about 10 of them surrounded me. I told them, they better kill me if they harm me. If you don't kill me, kill you all. You know, Brent Brandt stood right up and said, I'm going to make you famous. Had a peanut butter and an apple in each hand. And the guard's reaching for his taser and gets his taser out, and Brent says, now it's serious. And that's when LJ, little Josh, came out of his cell. It just, fuck these people, man. Fuck them all. You know, and not fuck them like, go out and kill them. Just fuck them like, who needs them? Riddle me this, riddle me that. See, Brent came up with this, and it's a great fucking riddle. The only good cop is a dead cop. The only good city worker is a dead city worker. That's not a threat. It's a riddle. People hate going and paying the water bill. Push 1 if you like to pay the water bill and go down to the city hall and deal with all the bullshit. Nobody. Push 1 if you like the city when they come and write you a ticket because they didn't mow your grass. Oh. Nobody likes that shit? Press 2 if you fucking hate going to the city and doing all that shit. Hate getting small, stupid little tickets for your grass not being low enough, or your garbage can being left out a day after the trash pickup. But as soon as a city worker either dies or retires, then we eulogize them and we make them this great thing. And now they're a great city worker. Cops are assholes and they write tickets and they're jerks. Firefighters are rescuers and they save the world. But when an officer dies, especially around here, we eulogize them. They put a blue line on their badge, and they stand up, and, oh, he's such a great cop, he was a hero. So now he's a good cop, and he was an asshole before. It's a riddle. But you can't even speak a riddle out here on the streets. It's like Gotham. Literally, the city of Gotham has happened. Anyway, I gotta go. I can't talk about this now, so it's too fucking much. We're getting out of Pasco. Thank you guys for everything. Remember, look it up. Franklin County, Washington. How many people have died in custody? How many people have died in custody of the jail there? Because they damn near killed me and they're trying to kill me again. Thank you, Nick Powers. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Fuck corruption. The judiciary and the pillars and the canons of ethics that it stands on are more important.